I personally like sake, or nihonshu as it's called here.
Yeah.
But I notice a lot of Japanese people my age don't particularly like it. They like to drink beer, they like to drink highball, they like to drink lemon sour, but not too many when they are at an izakaya will order sake unless they are really into sake, so to say. Is it like is it
yeah, I think so sake has, you know, when they say it takes, you know, a moment to sort of like lose a reputation and like years and years to build one. So sake has been fighting against a bad reputation since the 1970s. So peak domestic shipments were in 1973, and it's been in decline since then.
Well, they even had the campaign, right, a couple of years ago during COVID to entice young people to drink sake. I don't remember what this campaign from the government was called, but it was quite interesting.
I don't think it was just for sake. It was trying to get young people to drink more alcohol so they can basically get the tax money in, I think. And it backfired because people were like, what kind of messaging are you trying to send? So yeah, that was much more a sort of a financially motivated move than one to rescue the nihonshu industry. But from the 1980s, the sake industry realized they really had to shake up their image because it was considered a rough old man's drink. In the 1970s, 80s, people have got money. You've got wine, beer, exotic imports on the market. Why would they drink a kind of pretty rough old man's drink? And so we've seen efforts to continually change, but some people still have this image. And like, for example, if I did go to any kind of like works drinks at NHK with some of the NHK older gentlemen, middle-aged or so, and I didn't drink alcohol, and then I drink sake. So I've never drunk a lemon sour. It's just not my thing. And so I would just order sake. And yeah, certainly the sort of middle-aged Japanese men would be like, what are you doing ordering a sake? I mean, and that was like threefold. I'm young, I'm female, and also you don't start with sake, you start with a beer. A lot of people do. But I think the image is really, really changing. And you've got sparkling sake. There's like a bit of a doburoku boom at the moment, which was considered the sort of original sake, this sort of Japanese moonshine, as it were. And yeah, I'm optimistic that, well, I say optimistic. I'm optimistic, but maybe not realistic that we can see this shift continue. But a lot of this will be spurred by interest overseas. So I think for the sake industry, it depends on how it's able to market sake as something that's not just a drink for Japanese food. And so the work that I'm trying to do is just trying to show people that it actually has up to 5 times the amino acids compared to wine. So it pairs a lot better with a lot of foods rather than wine. And I'm not saying everyone stop drinking wine, but just the sake should be drunk. You could go. My ideal world is you go to a restaurant and you can choose wine or sake to have with your food, and it wouldn't be considered an unusual choice. And the food could be any cuisine, not Japanese.